Hey, what's good, everyone? It's Eli here, aka Rebel I. I'm a rapper and producer. Today, I'm gonna be making a track on the MPC one, so I'm gonna be making the beat on there in controller mode in FL Studio. I'm gonna be using my Arturia Keylab 61 for melodies here. When the beat is done, we're gonna spit a rap on that, and it's gonna be a track. It's gonna be a rap. So let's go ahead and get started and get to it. We got MPC Beats open here within FL Studio. So MPC Beats is basically a free DAW that you can use in conjunction with the MPC. You can open it as a VST within other DAWs as well, so that lets you use the MPC within whatever DAW you're using. So I've got it open here in FL Studio, and what we're gonna do is first of all get started with some drums. So I'm gonna do everything here on the MPC itself. Basically, I'm gonna go on browse, and we're gonna pick some drums. So pick a drum kit. Let's pick this one here. Basically, when you go through the different drum kits that are there, it plays you like a little sequence, sort of a sample of what you can make with that. Right now we're at 130 BPM. We got to change that in FL Studio here, so we're gonna go and put that at maybe 96. Let's go ahead and get started with this pattern. So I can hit record right here on the MPC. Within the MPC Beats software, you can change that. You can have it record through the host DAW or through the MPC. Even though I can hit record on here, I do have to hit play in FL Studio, but that's okay because I got my Keylab here, which I can just hit play on right here. So I don't even need to touch the mouse to click on FL Studio for this. I'm gonna go ahead and record. So but before we do that, let me just see what we got as far as let's go into some drums here. Alright, so this is the kit we chose. We're gonna turn the volume down on it a little bit. I'm just gonna double length so that we got a bit of a longer sequence to work with. Again, overdub, it's recording, it's playing. Alright, we got our main drum pattern going. I'm gonna go to track 2. The volume down on it a little bit on the hi-hat. I could just hit it like this and just do it, record it like that, but I'm just actually gonna hit note repeat on here, and it gives me different options. So if I just hold down the hi-hat, right now we're on 16th, we go on 8th, on 4th, on 32 and 64. So we're gonna just go on 8th right now, just a basic. And you can see on the screen that is recording into the MPC Beats software as well. So the MPC Beats software is just mirroring what we're doing on the MPC basically. Alright, we got that. Let me just zoom out of it a little bit so y'all can see the whole pattern on there. There we go. Full pattern on there now. We got the hi-hats, we got the drums. Alright. Add a little thing at the end right there. Shift and hit that track mix, and it'll bring up the pad mix. So it's these ones right here, these pads, we want to turn down a little bit. A bit too loud at the end there. There we go. Let's actually speed this up a little bit. So we're gonna make the BPM 98. Alright, now on track 4, see we change it through the tracks over here. So as I change the tracks over here, you can see it changing on the screen there as well. And what we recorded on each track. Track 1 is the kick and the snares right now. Track 2 is the hi-hat. Track 3 is just that little crash at the end. Now track 4, we're gonna make a melody, so we're gonna put in the bass line. The default that comes up on MPC is tube synth, and we can get a bass off tube synth as well. So let me see, bass line here on tube synth, trying random things and see what comes out. So gritty bass, I don't like that. Let's change it. Nah. fix it up a little bit. I'm gonna do it here on the screen so y'all can see it on there. Turn the volume down, maybe add an effect, air flavor. We can change it here on the MPC, or we can change it here on the screen. Stop it. As I mentioned, you can do it right here. Stop. Play. Stop. Go to a new plugin. Hype. You can get a piano in. I don't like that one. Right there. All right, we got that going. Now what we're gonna do, we got these 5 basic tracks, and what we want to do now, we're gonna go ahead and take all these tracks from the MPC software into FL Studio. So we're gonna go one by one. Here's track 1. What we're gonna do up here, we got 2 options: export audio and export MIDI. If we do export audio, we're gonna get an actual audio wave file of what we recorded on that track. If we hit MIDI, we're gonna get the actual MIDI notes, so that will allow us to maybe change the instrument, add another VST, maybe Nexus or Analog Labs onto there, and just play that same melody with those sounds. So for right now, we like the sounds we use, that's why we pick them out. So we're gonna go ahead and just export the audio here. So export the audio of track 1. There we go. Again, do the same thing here, track 2 all the way to track 5. It does bring a little tail in it. This is called the audio tail. Basically, it's kind of like just in case, like, it gives time for the audio to sort of finish fading out. We can just cut that out in order to loop these sounds. So that's cool. All right, so we got this over here up to track 5. Okay, now what we need to do is, if we are not gonna keep working on the MPC, then we could just mute the MPC right here. Just mute it completely right there. If we're gonna keep working on the MPC and we want to create more tracks to later add into FL Studio, we go into track mute here, and we can mute the tracks. So we'll just mute the individual tracks. You can see as I mute them on here, they're going red on here, and they're also just going red on there on the MPC Beats software. So there we go. We've muted all the tracks. For now, we're probably not going to use the MPC anymore. So let's go ahead and mute that. And now we got all these tracks here, because if you don't mute it, it's going to play on the MPC and it's going to play on FL Studio. Right now, we already put these in FL Studio, so we don't need that. We don't need it to play off the MPC. So right now, we're just going to cut this right here and just cut the end tail right there and just copy paste that a few times. Now, we obviously don't want the beat to start out right away all crazy like that. So what we're gonna do, we probably take out these hi-hats, take out the little crash at the end, and the drums. All right. Turn the hi-hat down a little bit. All right. There we go. This this will be the length of the verse. Then you cut the drums right at the end right there. And then copy that, same thing for the hook. On the hook, we're gonna add some more sounds though. We're gonna add another melody on the hook, but for now, this is just the main structure of the beat. So we're just gonna put that in again right there. This is the end of the verse right here. Hook comes in right there. After hook will be the second verse. So now that we got that, all right, we're gonna go ahead and select here. We're gonna just select this whole part right here. So there we go, we're on the hook. We got the hook selected, and we're gonna hit up here in FL to loop. We're gonna record on a loop, and then now if we play, it's gonna just play this part right here. And what we wanna do now is we're gonna go, first of all, let's go ahead and save this just to make sure we do have that. Now we already saved this beat. I saved it on a file. When you're in controller mode, you can save to anything that's on the computer. So basically I've saved this file within MPC beats into a folder on my computer, FL Beats 2022, and I put CM here for controller mode. All right, we're gonna just put here the same thing. So that way we got the FL project and the MPC Beats project there together. We can just load up the FL project. It should already have the MPC Beats project loaded up within it when MPC Beats come up, but if it doesn't, we just load it up. Anyway, let's go ahead and now we're gonna choose Analog Labs. That's what we want to make this hook with. So Analog Labs 5. Let's maybe try to put in like some strings or something. All right. Let me see how that goes. Play around with the controls a little bit for Analog Labs. Also put it on mixer channel in FL Studio and add maybe a reverb on there. Hook is over. Let's go ahead and add like a little crash somewhere over here. Hey, what's good, y'all? So upon hearing the beat, I was trying to keep it simple while I was making the video just to show the workflow, but upon hearing the beat, I wanted to do some more, so I put the strings from the hook into the second half of the verse and just added some more instruments on the hook. Yo, I made this beat up on the MPC, now I'm spitting rhymes on it, music all I know, so you know that I'ma shine on it, never stressed, feeling blessed, I'm feeling divine, homie, no less than the best, so I'm staying on my grind on it daily, and lately I feel I'm going harder than ever before, I got no option to slow down to stop, finna do it till I drop, I got it on lock, do it bigger than the rock, gotta hustle, y'all cannot knock, y'all really don't want that smoke, cause you a joke, like knock knock, I got the rebel spirit in me, even though I'm not Pac, I got it covered like a sock, while you taking cover while I'm taking shots, I'm talking about them killer rhymes, I ain't talking about Ciroc. Faded, but I'm never fading, only moving up unlike a stock. But it ain't even about the money, y'all can hate, but y'all just funny it and Chris Rock. It's Rebel I. Yeah, so that's the first verse, that's all I got for now. I ain't got a hook yet, but this the new hook. Just added that little extra melody on there. And I'm gonna be working on verse 2 and on the hook, and probably post a link up in the description when I got the track out on Spotify and all those things. So appreciate y'all watching. Much love and peace. Rebel Eye. All right, that's it.